Joshua Buatsi defeats Zach Parker via majority decision in what some people are calling a controversial scorecard by the judges. Now, I want to let you know my thoughts on what I think of the scorecard. I really want to start with the performance from both fighters. And I want to keep it real. That fight was underwhelming. In fact, let me be even more real. That was a stinker, man. They absolutely stunk the place out. If you compare it to Lyndon Arthur against Bradley Ray, I mean, that should have been the main event because they absolutely delivered. There was fireworks in that fight. But the main event, Buatsi versus Parker, I mean, both guys have title ambitions. Are you kidding me, bruv? Are you being for real? You got no chance of fighting for a title, guys. Even if you do get a title shot, excuse my language, you guys are going to get absolutely unalived in there against Benavidez or even a Yard. You guys got no chance. That was a stinker. Absolute stinker. There was a lot on the line in this fight for both fighters. The WBO International Light Heavy title was on the line. The winner potentially could go on and fight the winner of Benavidez versus Yard. But like I just said, they've got, bruv, I know Buatsi won, but he's got no chance if he performs like that against either Yard or Benavidez. He will get smoked. I'm just keeping it real, brother. I'm just keeping it real. Zach Parker, listen, I give him credit. He boxed smart. The whole night, he boxed on the back foot. Popping the jab, popping the right hand, going to the body once in a while. Whenever Buatsi got close, tied him up, held him. Buatsi gets close, tied him up, held him. Pot shots. Zach Parker was Olympic-style boxing. He was boxing like an amateur. Listen, I'm an amateur boxing coach. I like to see that from amateurs. Even sometimes I find amateur boxing boring. But it is what it is, right? The kids are learning the fundamentals. You know what I mean? Stick and move. Point scoring. I don't like, it's not my thing, but I'm an amateur boxing coach. It's okay. For the amateurs, good. But for the pros, mate, I don't want to see that style. It's boring, man. I don't pay a DAZN subscription to see boring fights like that. If you compare it to last weekend's card, Parker versus Wardley, I mean, come on, that was fireworks, man. That was value for money. Do you know what I mean? That was entertaining. That got me off my seat. That got me hyped. I even lost my voice. But for this fight, Buatsi versus Zach Parker, I was calm. I done a live watch along. I was doing the commentary. I mean, I wasn't even screaming. My voice is good. I was relaxing. I was chilling because the fight was that boring. They stunk the place out. Joshua Buatsi, man, I'm sorry, bro. Bro, you need to change trainers. Virgil Hunter, bro, too calm. I know Virgil Hunter does the spiritual things. He's a calm guy, does yoga. Not sure if he does all that. But for me, he's too much of a calm coach. Do you know what I mean? There's no urgency. There's no change of pace. Joshua Buatsi fights the same pace from round one all the way to the last round. You can't, mate, if you have title ambitions, you can't do that. That's why he lost against Callum Smith back in February this year. Because Callum Smith is a world-class fighter. Yeah, he's got that title experience. He's been a champion. Callum Smith was able to just change the pace on him. Callum Smith had that urgency in him. Joshua Buatsi is the same pace. It's just a bad fit. Joshua Buatsi and Virgil Hunter is a bad fit, man. He needs to change coaches if he wants to go to that next level, if he wants to fight for world titles and challenge and be competitive in those fights. He needs to change coaches, man. He needs a coach that will get him to be more on the front foot, but with more urgency. You can be on the front foot, but you're boring. If you're on the front foot, but you're not throwing, if you're on the front foot for the sake of being on the front foot, but you're still getting pissed up, what is the point of being on the front foot? And he has to learn to cut the ring off better. He has to learn to cut off the ring off better, man. You can't just be following a fighter for the sake of following him, man. I mean, he could have easily dealt with Parker holding him. Like, all you have to do, is get low with Parker. You can stop all that, but he is standing tall. So it's easy for Parker to hold him. Get low with Parker. Let the uppercuts go. You could have had more success doing that, brother. Do you know what I mean? But Joshua Buatsi, hey, you got away with one tonight. You got away with one tonight, because I want to talk about the scorecards now. The zone, the commentators, I think Carl Frampton was there, a couple of other guys, I don't really know their faces or their names. But Carl Frampton gave 1 round to Joshua Buatsi. I mean, listen, I don't mean this in any disrespectful way to Carl Frampton. World champion, great boxer. I respect him highly. I respect all the boxers. I don't mean in the disrespectful way. But Carl Frampton, man, you are a nutter, brother. Bruv, you've lost your head. How you giving Joshua Buatsi 1 round? How? You can't give Joshua Buatsi 1 round. You trying to tell me like Zach Parker won what? He won 9 rounds. Nah, mate, come on. There was some rounds where literally I didn't know how to score it, because both fighters wasn't doing anything. Yeah, Zach Parker was moving. He was making Joshua Buatsi miss a lot. I get it. But it doesn't mean he was winning, because Joshua Buatsi was still getting some body shots in there. He was still landing the jabs, yeah? So for me personally, watching the fight, I'm watching it on TV. Carl Frampton is live, and he still saw a completely different fight. He gave Joshua Buatsi 1 round. Listen, I know that wasn't a great fight. Joshua Buatsi didn't perform, but there's no way he only won 1 round. My scorecard was 96-94 to Zach Parker. I had Zach Parker winning just based on his movement, based on the way he was making Joshua Buatsi miss, and he was popping Joshua Buatsi with a jab with a right hand and going to the body as well. I mean, there was times he was making Joshua Buatsi look silly in there. I get it. But sometimes Parker was doing all these movements, bobbing and weaving, rolling for no reason as well. It looked boring, and he was in a back foot the whole night. At the end of the day, we need to understand how these judges are judging these fights. How are they scoring it? What are the criteria? Because some judges prefer fighters who control the ring generalship. They prefer fighters who are on the front foot, which I prefer. I prefer ring generalship. I prefer fighters that are on the front foot. I don't like back foot fighters unless you're a Mayweather. Unless you're a Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? Parker tried to be that Mayweather, but it was more boring than Mayweather. And some people find Mayweather boring. But I can understand. I can understand those who are, confused by the judge's scorecard, because one judge had it 95-95. I kind of saw it that way as well, because round 9, round 10, you could have easily gave it to Joshua Buatsi. I mean, it's not like Parker was busy. I really want to see the CompuBox numbers. I know they're not going to come out now, probably in the next 48 hours. I want to see how many punches both fighters landed, because it was a very low output, low volume fight. Both guys wasn't really swinging for the fences, man. Let's keep it real. I had it 96-94 to Zach Parker, like I said, but Joshua Buatsi winning the fight is not a controversy. It's not controversial to me. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like, wow, that was a crazy robbery. Mate, because I understand from the judges where they're coming from, because it's one of those fights where it was so boring, so rubbish, so underwhelming, that really and truly, like, if the judges prefer the guy that's coming forward, that's controlling the ring generalship, even though it's not scoring clearly, but the fact that it looks like they're the one that want to win the fight, because Zach Parker just kept holding. He'll throw a shot, hold. Throw a shot, hold. I mean, Zach Parker was on his knees about 7 times, man. Come on, brother. Listen, you might like to get on your knees for whatever reason, brother. But the ring ain't the place, bro. Get a room. If you love going on your knees, bro, get a room, mate. The ring ain't the place, brother. It ain't the place, bro. Do you know what I mean? So maybe the judges didn't like that. Aesthetically, maybe that wasn't pleasing to the eye of the judges. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand the Carl Framptons of this world, how they're scoring it. Yes, they appreciate the footwork, the movement of Parker, and the way he was pot shotting, point scoring. I get that. And like I said, I scored it to Parker. However, I don't think it's a robbery. Just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments. But I don't think it was a robbery like that. I don't think it's that controversial like that. But all I'm going to say, Joshua Buatsi got away with one tonight. He got away with one. Because after his defeat against Callum Smith, if he lost again tonight against Zach Parker, I think it would have been a long way back for him. Long journey back, man. Because where does he go from here? Where would he have gone? Who does he fight? What, Dan Aziz again? Where does that take him? He had to win that fight. In fact, both fighters had to win it. I mean, for Zach Parker, he lost, but I don't think his stock has dropped, innit? I think his stock remains the same, innit? We're still not sure about Zach Parker. Yeah, he boxed well, but keep it real. Honestly, would you say that performance from Zach Parker, can he challenge the elite fighters in the light heavyweight division? Hell no. He can't fight like that on the back foot against a Benavidez or anyone else. Bivol, Beterbiev, anyone else in the light heavyweight division. He can't fight like that against them. He's going to get smoked. Because not everyone is a slow, lethargic, one-paced as Joshua Buatsi. Do you know what I mean? There was no adaptation from Joshua Buatsi. No change of tactics, game plan, none of that. He fought the same way from round 1 to round 10. He's lucky he got a win. Like I said, he got away with one day. But I'm not saying it's a blatant robbery. I'm not saying that. I don't think it's a blatant robbery. That's just my opinion. But was it the wrong decision from the judges? From my scorecard, yes. I think Parker took it by two points. 96-94. I scored it to Parker. However, aesthetically, watching the fight, I can understand why the judges scored it, how they scored it. One judge had a draw. I can understand that as well because there wasn't really much happening in the fight. Neither fighter really grabbed the fight by the scruff of the neck and really owned it. Parker was just Olympic style scoring, point scoring. Buatsi chasing him down, like just following him around, throwing the old body shot, throwing the old jab. Nothing too spectacular. So I can understand why the judge are like, you know what? Buatsi's on the front foot. Parker's moving back. He keeps holding whenever he throws a shot. He was on his knees 7 times. Maybe they just didn't fancy the style of Parker because for me personally, it was too negative. It was just too negative. I'm going to keep it real. But listen, for Parker, you know, I saw his post-fight interviews crying. He said that fight really meant a lot to him. You know, he could have looked after his daughter. If he got a title show, he could have changed the life of his daughter. I get it. These boxers, they work hard to provide a better life for their families. I get it. Bro, you can come back, man. Do you know what I mean? It just depends who you're going to fight next. Especially in the British scene. Who you going to fight next? Because the way Parker fought, he's going to put off a lot of fighters. No one wants to fight him. It's not because they're scared of Parker. It's because aesthetically they're looking at that like, nah, this guy is awkward, man. He's going to be on the back foot. He's going to try and make me miss. He's probably going to try and just outpoint me and win a comfortable decision. They're not going to want that type of fight. Do you know what I mean? One, they're not going to earn a lot of money. Two, is going to be boring. So like no fight is going to be queuing up to fight Zach Parker after that performance. So in that sense, I feel sorry for him because where does the opportunity come from for him? Joshua Buatsi, he gets away with one. He moves on, potentially a title shot. But I'm going to say for Joshua Buatsi, the next one shouldn't be a title shot because I really believe he's going to get smoked. When he steps up, he's been found out. And even today against a Zach Parker, who is not even a world-class fighter, in my humble opinion, look at him. He was underwhelming. Did not perform at all, no adaptation. So imagine if I said Benavidez or even a Yard or even one of the other guys there. Mate, It's going to be night-night for him, mate. So for him, maybe another fight. Maybe another fight. Let's see more improvement. And then if you win that convincingly, then go for a title shot. That's just my opinion. But my people, let me know, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll really appreciate it. Listen, for me, the rightful winner was Zach Parker. I think he just did enough by 2 points. I give him 96-94 to Parker. I don't think a lot of people are going to be out there giving it to Joshua Buatsi. You know what I mean? But I don't think it was a robbery. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if you think it was a robbery. I don't think it was a robbery, but let me know in the comments, my people. I'll really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe because you're really going to help us to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.